Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. On behalf of veterans at Nasdaq, we are pleased to welcome back Project K-9 hero to the market site in Times Square, New York City. Joining us for this segment, we have Jason Johnson, founder of Project K-9 Hero. We also have Paige Lewis, U.S. Army Sergeant, and of course, Eros, our U.S. Army Working Dog of the Year. It is great to see you again, Jason. Paige, welcome to Market Site. And Jason, give us an overview of this incredible organization that you founded.
Absolutely. You know, Project K-9 Hero is a national nonprofit, and we help retired police canines and military working dogs with medical care, food, death benefit assistance, adoption, rehabilitation, rehoming. We have a 177-acre facility out in Tennessee, and when military working dogs or police canine heroes need our help, we want to be a nonprofit who's there to assist them to make sure they're taken care of for the way they served our country so faithfully.
Right, and what are some of the challenges that are associated with retired working dogs?
Well, a lot of them have issues. They either have physical issues, mental issues, behavioral issues. You know, we have Eros here. Eros, when he left service, he didn't have a home to go to. His handler was overseas. Nobody in the kennels wanted to take him, and Paige here stepped up and volunteered to take this working dog hero in her home. And he has such an amazing background. He did over 80 Secret Service missions, protecting the President of the United States, 2 presidential inaugurations. And to see a hero like this, who didn't have a home to go to in retirement, is, you know, what we're there for. And, you know, Paige had stepped up and took him in home, but she didn't really know what type of medical bills would come with that. And the bills started piling up. And she reached out to our organization. And luckily, right now, Project K-9 Hero pays for his medical bills at 100% for the rest of his life.
So Paige, clearly service is something that is deeply important to you. What has the experience been like taking care of Eros?
So it's just a huge transition because, especially with military working dogs, they are kenneled for their whole life. You know, they're all work, no play. So when I had to transition him to the civilian life, to actually have a home where he could relax, have his toys often, things like that, the medical benefits and things like that, you know, started piling up. So I reached out to how I could help other, you know, military working dogs and civilian police canines with their medical benefits, because that's the biggest thing. They have so many issues once they get older, and they're working from when they're puppies to when they retire, so they need that extra help.
What's that transition like for them? You would think, oh, it would be, you know, the best life a dog could have. We have all the toys, you have the comforts of home. But from my understanding, when they are working, they don't have all the toys like we do for civilian pets, if you will.
Yes, so their toys that they get, like their Kongs, which mostly are Kongs, when they're in the service, is their reward. So you can't initially give them their toy the whole time, because then they'll just stop working on that command. So they work for that toy. So it was kind of different when he was home. When he would get his toy, he's like, well, what do I do? Because he didn't do anything, but now he's being a civilian dog, so I have to give him, well, I want to give him his toy because he deserves that.
Yes, I could see him circling around you looking
Yes.
for his green softball.
Yeah.
So Jason, explain to us why you're in New York City.
Well, we're here tonight because we have the K-9 Hero Awards premiering at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific today on Great American channels, Great American GAC Family. And it's going to be out there where you can stream it, you can watch it live for anyone who has GAC Family. You know, we're really excited. This is the first year of the K-9 Hero Awards, and it's something that I, as the founder of Project K-9 Hero, wanted to put on. It's an award program that really highlights the service of police canines and military working dogs, to include with our fire departments and search and rescue. So we have 7 categories, from patrol apprehension to narcotics detection to explosive detection, accelerant detection, firearms detection, tracking and trailing, and search and rescue. And we also have one special award called the K-9 Hero, or the K-9 Flash Legacy Award, which was named after my dog Flash, for those who give back to their community, who are out there making a difference with the children in their communities and things. So being an exemplary role model for others. So we're really excited that the air of that tonight. It's going to be the first time it's going to be on. We're hoping to do an annual event on it with GAC, and I couldn't be more proud.
Good. Well, you have to do it annual because we love when you guys come tomorrow. It's been since before COVID that you've been here, so
Yes.
It's great to see you again. Eros, what was his specialty while in service?
Yeah, so Eros was a dual-purpose patrol explosive detection dog. And as I stated earlier, as an explosive detection dog, he served on over 80 Secret Service missions attached to the United States, you know, protecting the president, doing presidential inaugurations, protecting Congress. He worked in the greater DC area. And he's being awarded tonight as our Explosive Detection K-9 of the Year. And it's not only the service he did to protect our President of the United States and members of Congress and the members of the Senate, it's his story. His story that after his service, he didn't have a home to go to. And Sergeant Paige Lewis here raised her hand, stepped forward, said, I will take him in, I'll take care of them. And we at Project Canine Hero are so honored to be partnered with them to make sure we're taking care of them with the medical care.
Can anyone just take care of these dogs? Is there a way to contact you at Project Canine Hero to
Yeah,
adopt them?
absolutely. We have an adoption program. It's right at a link at the bottom of our page at projectk9hero.org. We also have a program for if you have a retired police canine or military working dog to get program services. We take in over 50 dogs a year. We're at 177 dogs right now in our program. We have an adoption facility with rehabilitation, rehoming at the facility in Tennessee I talked about. I just got an application today for a German short-haired pointer out in Washington State who needs a home. Handler's going on to a new career, doesn't have a place to go. They asked if we can take it in. It's something we got to follow up on today. So every day things are happening. There's a dog that potentially could come up for adoption. And so, you know, there's so many great things. There's ways to donate on projectk9hero.org. I would encourage people to follow us at Project Canine Hero, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, learn more about what we're doing, see the great pictures of our 177 program members, and try to get more involved.
And you have some cool merchandise
on
the site too. It's definitely worth taking a look at. So Paige, I understand you have a couple cats at home.
Yes.
How do they all get along?
So again, their Kongs represent prey. That's what gets them excited about those things. So when he first came into my house, he thought that they were rabbits or squirrels or something, you know, in that nature. So his first natural instinct is to go after them. So about for a year and a half, I had to learn the things he liked. Like he really enjoyed his soft, comfy bed that was in my bedroom. So when he'd go after the cats, like try to go chase them to go bite them, I would take away his bed, things like that, to make sure that he knew how to get rewarded again for his good behavior. So he finally left the cats alone. You know, the cats got in some altercations with him, swiped his nose a couple times, kind of told him who was the boss of the house, and now I get to let him go in my house and chill out with the cats and their brother and sister.
Did you know how to intuitively train him, or do you have a formal background?
No. So I was a former MP, well, I still am currently an MP in the U.S. Army Reserves. I was never a handler, so when I adopted him 3 months before, I actually got to bring him home. I went and kind of learned how, you know, his commands were given and things like that, but everything that I have done has been asked from Jason or looking up on YouTube or things like that, asking my fellow K-9 handlers that are still serving right now, kind of tips and tricks that I could do to get him to where he is now.
That is quite incredible. Thank you both for your service. And Eris, of course, thank you for your service. It was great to have you at MarketSite. And thanks for joining us. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.